Hello, this is Artifacts of Mars. This is Mars Science Laboratory Sol 44 Rate mastcam. There's two different photos. They're linked at Snake and the Hunter Enterprises. This is a typical Martian structure. It has elongated windows up at top with a partition in between them. I've seen that to be kind of a mainstay of Martian photos. I don't understand why, but it seems to be a typical type of architecture. We're going to bring the lighting down. You're going to have to look at this by dragging and dropping onto your desktop. There's obvious vegetation in this photo. If you just open the photo and look at it and zoom way in, it's bushy blue-green vegetation on the right side of the anomaly as you're heading up from the right. It's unmistakable. It cannot possibly be rocks. There's no way. It's vegetation. It's some sort of bushes. Alright. This is the other photo from the same Sol 44. This shows the anomaly on the other side of the photo. This is one where we're going to show more about the windows, and there's a staircase at the bottom. That's what it appears to be, is a staircase. I'm unable to tell for certain, but it definitely looks like it leads up to an opening in the structure. Remember to do one thing. Remember to look at the photo without the arrows, because they cause a lot of compression artifacts when I make them. And it kind of messes the photos up. So drag and drop the one that doesn't have the arrows. The arrows are there just to show you where these objects are. Alright, couple of interesting things. Up at top, we have a blue arrow that shows the windows. There's a large partition in between them. That seems to be a continuing theme in Mars photos. I'm thinking that architecture's all over the planet. Down at the bottom, you'll see a green arrow and a red arrow. The green arrow points in the general direction of some bushy vegetation one more time. Red arrow points to a staircase. If you follow the staircase up, you'll see there's like an opening there. So I believe was some sort of a public building at one time where people went in. Martians went in, whether they're people or what they were, and they used that staircase to climb up there. The interesting thing is, if these were primitive people and this structure was made not long ago, then what does that mean? It means that the Martian surface conditions probably are not what we have been told, which would be consistent with seeing the vegetation. This structure doesn't look particularly high-tech, so that's what I'm thinking, is this is made by relatively primitive people, but I don't know that for a fact. It could just be worn down over time on Mars. That's about it for this photo. This was a relatively simple one. It's a building. You can see the big rectangular square blocks for yourself. So, and you can see the windows up at top, staircase, and the vegetation. And there's other anomalies too that I'm not going to try to do anything with. And the reason is that they've been pretty thoroughly airbrushed. And that's typical of NASA too. I wanted to add one thing. I kind of ran out of time, so I had to do some stuff here. I noticed a whole bunch of different structures. You can find them if you're really sharp-eyed. They're to the left of the main structure, way out in the open. I've noticed windows and everything else. Problem is, they're so faint that it's really tough to see them unless you got a sharp eye. So I'm not going to try to show those per se. There may be some people out there have the equipment to bring those out, and I suggest you do and publish this. Show the public that there are buildings with windows. They're on the small side. They're not the size of this thing. This thing's huge. And they kind of look high-tech, whereas this one doesn't. This may have been a temple at one time. I don't know. Anyway, I'm Artifacts Mars. Thanks for viewing. And I'll find another one, I'm sure. Have a nice day.